Good morning, everybody. My name is Argelia Patricia Antonia Herrera Sandoval de Cesena Mejia Dusan Exuperi in El Salvador. I'm going to expose briefly the American Organization State Case P131206 and the case of my father as well. This picture shows exactly, you can see it closely. I'm going to explain what this means. This lady over here, Cecilia Gallardo Cano, was the one that received in the year 2007 this letter, sent this letter on December 12, 2004. I sent it to Francisco Lyons, the General Chancellor of External Affairs Ministry. You can see it. This is the beginning of the organized crime, regional and international, that generate 5 lesser humanity cases in El Salvador. Okay. The one that is beside Cecilia Gallardo Cano is the Lieutenant Military Lopez Nuila that has tortured my husband in El Salvador. The one that is here standing up beside Cecilia Gallardo Cano is the man Bellarmino Jaime of the Supreme Court Justice of El Salvador that generate the supplantation of the lawyers that they were not lawyers, they were psychiatrists, medicals of El Salvador, doctors of El Salvador. The man that is beside is the General Humberto Corrado. This General Humberto Corrado is my neighbor's father of her husband, grandfather of the doctor Sara Corrado. The doctor, that geriatric doctor that generate all with his demo and the Catholic Church. Okay. Now in chronological order, I will show you the proof of the organized crime. If you can see this letter and appreciate the date where I sent it to Francisco Lyons, and I went to Costa Rica to the Human Rights Court of Costa Rica to present the medical execution by Segil of Costa Rica, identified by Segil of Costa Rica. What does a medical execution mean? A medical execution means a crime. A medical execution means a crime. Beginning. Continuing. I went to the Costa Rican embassy in El Salvador to reply help. The Costa Rican embassy in El Salvador did not help me at all. Even though I went to Costa Rica, to Segil of Costa Rica, and to the Human Rights of Costa Rica, and we both possess the United Nations seal in Costa Rican soil, in Costa Rica territory. Even though, then I took the mission to go to the Ecuador Embassy. When I went to the Ecuador Embassy, I showed a written note the etiology, the typology, and classification of our disabled, of both disabled, that the government of El Salvador has committed false testimony of our both disabled situation. How come? Because the government of El Salvador didn't want that the world know that the armed force of El Salvador has tortured my husband and origin the disabled of the memory loss that is not mentally disabled, is memory loss by torture of the army force. It's different. It's different. And the medical execution by the ears generate my disabled, that is memory loss, not mentally disabled. But the government of El Salvador, even though we have recompiled this proof, they follow a conspiracy corruption plan, utilizing the Ecuador Embassy at the Scotiabank and nominate beneficiaries, Monsignor Jesus Delgado. They plan magistrate, the Embassy of Ecuador of El Salvador, with the Canadian Embassy, and this is the proof of the Canadian Embassy. This letter sent after this letter given to the Ecuador Embassy. What this proves is that in Scotiabank, the Supreme Justice Court, with Monsignor Jesus Delgado, planificate, taking account the Panama Embassy as well, our elimination and the confiscation of all our assets. And what is the origin, the effect, and the cause of this case? Money. Why? Because my husband represents French monarchy and German monarchy. Because I represent the money of my father, the money of my mother, the money of my husband. So, this is the proof of what I'm talking about. This informative bulletin of El Salvador, of the Consejo Salvadoreño del Café, Salvadorian Coffee Committee. This informative bulletin means that the Salvadorian Consejo of the Coffee has the right to give me the Finca 31 de Mayo and all the properties involved in the organized crime, regional and international. They permit that this informative bulletin prescribed. Having a note on San Salvador, November 14, 2013, of the Junta de Gobierno of El Salvador, Rafael Rodriguez came to my home and signed this letter, signed this compromise with me to give me all my properties, and they didn't. They permit that this informative bulletin prescribed. They permit that Ana Elena Escalante leave the premises without giving me my property. So I decided to go to Huayua and recompile the proof that I was the owner. They didn't know anything. I got them by surprise. I believe in them. I believe in those people in Huayua, but they betrayed me as well. They They betrayed me. They left me alone. They didn't help me. They told me that they haven't received an email when I got the proof that the email passed back. So, this is the proof of everything, of all this past. Why, if Monsignor Jesus Delgado Acevedo signed this letter? And why, on July 9, 2012, they made this letter? But I received this letter until on October 14. Here's the date. I received this letter on October 14, 2014, and it was done on July 9, 2012.